Hang on a second, guys. One second.
What up?
We've got to give a shout out to South Nashville Heating and Cooling.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Friend and supporter, show and proof. Also, the longest running sponsor of I Got Some Shit to Say, the podcast.
Absolutely. Look, man, South Nashville Heating and Cooling, where quality and craftsmanship come together. They've been doing this since 1985. That's almost 40 years of service. Expert designs, quality installations, superior service.
Absolutely.
And let me tell you something.
What's that?
Tell me.
I feel confident in the fact that South Nashville Heating and Cooling will keep me warm in the winter.
For sure.
It'll keep me cool in the summer.
Absolutely.
Matter of fact, these middle months, you'll be comfortable even then.
Absolutely, dude.
Y'all know the deal, man. South Nashville Heating and Cooling. We love those guys. Y'all see the name. Y'all see the number. Tap in.
Feliz cumpleaños.
Always.
Damn.
Yo, real quick, guys, it's Squint615 from I Got Some Shit to Say. Just want to let you guys know, as of right now, we're a couple episodes into 2024 season. We still have one sponsorship opportunity available. So if you or anyone you know may be interested in that current position, let us know. DM me or Chad Arms directly on IG. Also, we are currently booking for both I Got Some Shit to Say podcast and ChadArmesTV interviews. Only way you can get those is if you DM me or Chad Arms directly on IG. Okay? Also, don't forget, Show and Prove merch available, ChadArmesTV.com or DM mail on IG. Real simple stuff, guys, but had to get that out there and let you guys know once this opportunity is gone, it's gone. The calendar's filling up fast. We always working. Y'all know this, but I'll leave you alone. Let's get to the show. Pow. It's I Got Some Shit to Say to podcast, man. We're back like we don't stop because trust us, we never do. All we do is work. Y'all know me.
Fuck you, Squint.
That's right, R.I.P.
Whizzle fizzle.
Forever and always. With me as usual, down on the end of the couch, I got that one guy.
ChadArmesTV.com.
Yeah, okay. And with us today, my new friend. Dude, I've been anxious to meet this guy for a long time. Luckily, that time has finally come. We're joined by Austin Forman in the fucking building.
Let's go. Give him a round of applause.
They're going fucking crazy for you, bro.
Calm down, Austin.
Man.
What's up, dog?
Let me put that towards you just a little bit.
Hell yeah, dude. Appreciate you pulling up
Tilted
on us,
like
man.
that.
There we go.
Test that out, man. How are you?
Check.
Yeah, you're good now, man. I hear you fine.
Perfect.
So what's good, man? I see you finally made it to Nashville.
Yeah, well, shoot, man. I've been up here so many times. But, yeah, I'd come up here and we just record, and then I go back to Florida where it's warm.
I ain't mad at you. That's where you reside full-time, Florida?
Oh, yeah, man, over around Destin area.
Gotcha, dude. Ugh, that sounds like a fucking fairy tale nowadays, considering it's 40 degrees out here.
Dude, y'all just had that blizzard here. And
Facts.
Dude, Tennessee weather is so bipolar.
Is trash. Yeah. Absolute trash.
Yeah.
I could definitely live in the Florida weather or deal with it regularly. So, born and raised in Florida? Is that where you're from?
Yep, yeah, I was born in Pensacola over there, so
Dope.
a little close to Alabama.
So, fun fact, Austin's been on my radar, dude, for years. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it seems like when I first saw Austin Forman on YouTube or social media, everything, it was affiliate of Johnny Cashville's help managing you at the time. Shout out Johnny Cashville. But you were real active for like a while, and then you kind of took some time off and got back into it. But then, like, as you're back into it now, I see you all over the fucking place again.
Yeah, I had to hit that reset button, man.
Yeah.
So you get to, when I started working with Johnny, it was like I didn't know shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
And then I'm still kind of green, but I was green. So
yeah.
he showed me, kind of some of the ins and outs of some stuff, and then introduced me to some people. Like you said, that's probably how I got on your radar initially.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
And introduced me to D-Ray, and
shout out D-Ray.
Oh yeah, man, great guy, great songwriter,
Legend.
Yeah, absolute legend.
Holy cow, and just one of the nicest people. But at any rate, yeah, he put me on, to a lot of people, and really gave me some good learning lessons, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. Dope. What year was that? Like when you linked up with Johnny?
That was Bobby 2020, I think. Yeah, because that was right after
Pandy.
One of my viral stupid songs, Pallets Full of Ballots, political song. So.
Oh, was that after the Carol Baskin song too?
Carol Baskin was the first thing that I ever posted and it went viral. Mm.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Fun fact. Hang on. Chad's a fucking fan, bro.
Yeah.
Keep going, Chad.
No, yeah, for sure. But like
I'm a fan of Chad. So.
No, I appreciate it, dog. That I remember the Carol Baskin song because it was 2020. That was like the thing that everybody watched to get through the pandemic for that little 30-day period.
Yeah.
That dropped at a perfect time, dog.
Man, yeah, that's one thing I've been good at is catching a trend.
Yeah.
And, when I put that Carol Baskin thing, that's the first thing. I think I had 1,600 followers on my Facebook page. And those were my personal friends or some shit,
Right.
And then YouTube, that was the first thing I posted on my YouTube channel. And, dude, 14 million views on Facebook. I mean,
wow.
But, when you don't know it, I was thinking, I'm definitely going to be rich now.
No, for sure. Yeah,
But
for sure.
no,
You see
hell
all
no.
those numbers, and you're like, that equals that much money, or,
Right.
That's cool.
Dude, Joe Exotic still emails me from prison to this day.
That is such a
Flex. Yeah, that's a major flex, bro. Jesus Christ. I had to like think for a minute. Like, fun fact, I really had to think when you said the Carol Baskin or whatever. I had to think. I was like, I know that bitch. Who are we talking
That
about?
bitch Carol Baskin.
And then it like went off my-
Everybody hates that bitch Carol Baskin.
Dude, listen to how that boy sings, bro.
That boy
that boy
sang,
can
boy.
sing, but
Boy
the different
sang.
like that. Me and Chad talked about this off camera, not to put it on Front Street, but it is what it is. Austin Forman, when it comes to like vocal capability, bro, you have like the most nostalgic, authentic country type shit you could ever fucking ask for.
Thanks,
And
dude.
bro, we're born and raised here in Nashville, Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've heard them come and go over the years. Not that our fucking opinions mean anything, but
I mean, everything.
everything.
Thanks. When I was growing up, like in the 90s, of course, I was born in 93. But
Flex.
we listened to
Young
90s country,
Jesus.
90s country, 80s rock, dude. That's
For
what we listened
facts,
to.
dude. Like I was,
And-
yeah, go ahead.
Only way to raise a boy.
Yeah, you're right.
Go ahead.
And
Dude.
fucking, so when I was growing up, when I first started singing, I sounded like everybody else, I think, because the early 2000s and, that's to me kind of what it sounds like. Now, it's
Yeah.
almost like you get, a lot of guys try to sound like, let's say Zach Top or that you could tell they're trying to sound like maybe Tyler Childers or something like that. It's a new thing, and that's great. That's fine. Teach their own. But now, all of a sudden, I don't sound like anybody but me.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
everybody else went another direction, and I just kind of
Yep.
stuck with my guns where I'm at. But
Yeah, you stayed on this road, and everybody else kind of veered off to the. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But like what I was telling you off camera was, besides hip hop, '90s country's always been my favorite style of music. '80s rock too, like '80s rock, anything '80s really, pop or rock, R&B.
Yeah.
But like the '90s country, there's nothing better than '90s country as far as I'm concerned when it comes to country music.
Shit, that's all it played in my fucking house, bro. And 80s rock. I mean, same blueprint for me, myself, because my daddy listened to 80s rock, mama from Texas, 90s country. That's all it was for me, man. So,
dude, it was NASCAR, AC/DC, and George Strait, bro. That was like,
Hell yeah! Shout out to the Troubadour. I know you're watching.
absolutely. He is watching for sure.
to the Troubadour.
But when we talk about that nostalgic sound and we keep referencing to like 90s country, fast forward to this current moment, he has a fucking single just blazing up the charts. Take Me Back to the 90s, the new single from Austin Forman, right?
Love the shout outs.
dude. Hell yeah.
My favorite shout out in the song.
Go.
You give the shout out at the end, the dust on the bottle. Dude, David Lee Murphy had such a heat rock with Dust on the Bottle, bro.
Shout out Heat Rocks.
Dude, classic.
Okay.
I love that. He didn't have a plethora of singles to me that hit, but Dust on the Bottle was that one.
Enough to make an impact on old Chatty.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's underrated, man. People don't talk about him enough.
They don't, bro.
Yeah, everybody knows the song, but most people, if you ask them who sings that song, they got no idea.
Sorry, I probably wouldn't have known.
My
see?
little
And that's
dust
normal,
on
right?
the bottle.
Absolutely
That's exactly.
I know the
how it
record,
is.
but I wouldn't have been
Okay.
able to tell you the artist, and I know the artist is
I
what's
know the
crazy.
mullet.
But right, but in same conversation, I wouldn't be able to tie two and two together.
And
Like
it's
I'm
even-
not.
It's worse today. You notice
Yeah.
that? Like,
It's
so saturated with music. You could say, "Man, I've known that song for 2 years," and you could be standing right in front of the person that sings it and not know.
Facts.
No clue.
Oh well, I mean, it's like a perfect example. It's kind of an example. R.I.P. Toby Keith, right? Go.
Yeah, R.I.P. for sure.
But when he suddenly passed away tragically, R.I.P. Like I said, 32 number one hits.
Yeah, and with Toby, I liked
32.
I liked his old stuff. I didn't like his newer stuff. Like Should Have Been a Cowboy and all that stuff. I like '90s Toby
Yeah,
Keith.
of course.
But he had R.I.P. to Toby Keith. He battled that stomach cancer for a minute, man.
Yeah,
So,
that's super unfortunate.
legend. Was you a
And
fan of his stuff?
Dude, there's songs. I mean, the morning that I had a meeting with a record label a couple days ago.
Flex.
The morning that
Oh yeah, dude.
I had that meeting, woke up and Bobby said, "Man, Toby Keith passed away last night," and I said, "Shoot!" So I just woke up and got my guitar and it just kind of did a one take, played all the songs I could think of in one key at the same time. But, dude, you don't realize, like, I'm not talking about knocking down. Like these songs that you haven't heard in a while, but you hear it and you're like, oh yeah, I do love that.
Just hit after hit after
hit. He has a ton.
He's got a bunch.
What a career, man.
Yeah.
And he didn't stop, man. He got sick and they wanted him to stop.
Bro, they said he did 3 shows in December.
Insane.
Three sold out shows night after night after night at a residency at some casino or some shit.
You talk about badasses. That's all you need to know right there about him.
He's definitely a badass for sure.
It's funny though when we mentioned it, and we're talking how we're talking. You mentioned just now, like you woke up and you immediately spoke to Bobby. Shout out Bobby off camera too.
Yeah, for sure.
You mentioned though how you started just strumming the guitar and like referencing to Toby Keith records. Is that something Austin Forman does a lot? Can you just pick up a guitar and just mimic something on the radio at just any given moment? Or
so I'm not. I could play guitar enough to get by. I'd say a little above average compared to some of the other guys I see at home. Anyways, not here in Nashville, man. In Nashville, the competition Tennessee competition is different. But
are you self-taught?
Oh yeah, dude.
Talk
I
your
never had
shit.
a lesson, nothing.
Love it.
But I play by ear, so Bobby calls me a human iPod.
Hell yeah. That could be the name of the episode.
I think we should name it Human iPod.
Human iPod.
Yeah.
If I've heard the song, dude, and I know the words, I can play it for you.
That's fire.
So is that how we spoke a little bit off camera about it too? Is that kind of how you come up with like the production for some of the records that you cut? You do like acoustic takes and then send them off, or?
Yep. So I'll when I write the song, I'll put the melody with it. It switches sometimes. It's melody first and vice versa. But at any rate, I'll change it probably 3 or 4 times before, and then send an acoustic video to Brent Rader. He's the guy that produces my tracks. He's in Mount Juliet.
Oh, okay. That's right down the road.
But actually, if you look at Jelly Roll was on CMA's.
Shout out Jelly.
You look at his last performance on there. Right behind him, standing behind him, is Brent playing.
Oh, fire, dude.
Brent's very connected to the music industry. He was Joe Nichols' band leader to the height of his career.
Okay.
He had some heaters too. Joe Nichols did, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Not straight tequila. That's John Anderson. Tequila makes your clothes fall off. And
Absolutely.
All that. So I sent it to him, and Brent, man, he's a different type of genius. And
Yeah.
hearing me playing that acoustic thing, build an entire track, all the music behind it and everything.
Yeah.
Because I'm not always here. I live in Florida, right?
Yeah.
And he sends that back to me, and I'm always amazed, dude. Like, take me back to the 90s. I said something about Alan Jackson, and now you'll hear it when you pay attention. He does that, that little lick right there.
Little Chattahoochee shit. That's got to be trippy to send off like bones to something. You know what I mean? Like where the general concept of the record, the entirety of the record's pretty much there, but there's only a general concept for the melody of the record. Like, you follow what I'm saying? Where you send an acoustic version and it comes back a full composed record with multiple instruments. You're not there, like you say. So, and I couldn't imagine that. It's different. Like Chad, full-time rapper, they'll record rough vocals, etc., and send it off, get mixed by whoever, and it come back, and it's a completely different record every time. But I could only imagine writing a song, composing a song just from the acoustic standpoint, from a guitar,
right,
and sending it back and it coming back, like you said, take me back to the 90s. And I hear that record now, and it's a full-blown goddamn record.
Dude, yeah, my first album that I did, Living That Country Song, I did with D-Ray over there at, and this is the first, like I said, I was green, and I was playing my own guitar on all those tracks and stuff like that, and totally different world, man. Brent, everybody has their own strengths, and that's Brent's strength right there.
The composition part, yeah.
Oh, my God, man. Incredible.
Do you only play guitar?
I play piano, but I play that by ear too. So I should say keyboard because I don't read sheet music. There's chords on a piano just like there is on a guitar.
Yeah.
And it's all it is, same concept, and you're just found that scale and going with it.
Talk your shit. That shit amazes the fuck out of me.
Me too, bro. It's crazy that being somebody like, as far as me being in hip hop, like writing music and rapping comes easy, but like I've never been able to get the instrument stuff down.
Yeah, me either.
I
even tried making beats. Like,
yeah, me too.
Within the last 5 years, I was like, you know what? I'm smart enough now where I think I could figure that out.
Yep.
Nope.
My mind just doesn't tick that way.
Nope. Me either, dude. That's why I started editing videos and doing graphics and shit, because I couldn't start composing music. I wish I could. Like, I've literally tried to bounce that ball, bro, and the motherfucker was flat.
But hearing like you say that you can play guitar by ear and you play piano or play keyboard piano by ear, like that's super cool to me because I could hear something. I mean, I would never be able to do that. So that's salute to you for being able to do that.
Yeah, not everybody's born like that, bro.
Yeah, I think that's just because I started wanting to do this as a kid. I was 6 years old running around with a freaking karaoke thing. So I always, somebody taught me, and I forgot who said it, but when you're a kid, of course you're in the learning. Your brain is more perceptive and open to learning things, and it's easier to learn. I know many adults do that try to learn how to play guitar, and it hurts at first and all that. And you got so many other things going on in your adult life, you can't focus solely on that.
Facts.
Yep.
And so I think when you're a kid and you're molding your brain, if you're learning something, you're gonna be able to maybe do something by ear, or if that's your life is music. So I think that's why I think as an adult, if I try to do it, it'd be much different than it is now.
No,
Gotcha.
sure. That's cool though, man. Especially, so you said you're in here. You're in Nashville currently. Is it new music that you're writing and working on? Is that what y'all are here for?
Well, mainly for the meeting.
Yeah,
it's mainly for the meetings, and really this podcast.
Hell yeah, we'll appreciate.
Well, you had a show. You had a show here.
Oh yeah, no, well, yeah. So I did. Well, when I was coming up, I always like to go play. Man, I'll never be above going to play little bars or whatever because I like, man. Yeah, everything's on the internet these days, and that's really what you want to do. But for 10 years played bars and honky tonks and so I still like to get out and go play. And I did they were having a songwriters thing at Nashville Palace, and I just texted the dude and asked if I could get on, and he said yes. So
yeah, but cool. Still that as soon as I saw that's when I told him. I was like, bro, there it is, because we had already spoke before that, and it was like, bro, you got to pull up, you know what I mean? He's like, bro, next time I'm in Nashville for sure. And then first sense I had of you coming back to the Villas, bro, let's lock it in.
Especially like with that, like what he said, like pulling up at some of those spots, like songwriters, like spots like that. I guess you could, equate it to like athletes that go play pickup ball somewhere.
Facts.
It's the same. It's just sharpening the craft, or artists like us, like pulling up to a studio and working on some scratch stuff. So that's cool though. You're able to do that.
I mean, but that place, Nashville Palace, if you're unfamiliar, I mean, bro, that's the type. Yeah. That's the type of place that's for a songwriter, or from an artist on the cusp of being what you're going to be, Austin. Like that's like
legendary spot,
and motherfuckers are gonna remember. They'll be like, damn, I remember seeing that motherfucker at stage at Nashville Palace that night.
Related to pickup, I'd be like the Rucker.
Facts, exactly, man. Yeah. But that's crazy. I mean, like that's the place Randy Travis was discovered there.
Oh, dude, I know. Bobby's dad actually used to play there. It's funny.
Flex.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. A lot of them have played there. I mean, there's pictures all the way around that place.
Oh yeah, it's cool, man. Yeah. It is cool. And fun fact, we
there it is.
Music video for. Okay,
yeah.
Music video we shot for that. You call it Shot Song and the Lemon Drop that you said you like, Chad?
Yeah.
That was done at the Nashville Palace. There's a big side room where they do the dancing.
Yeah, Jelly had
we did the music video there, and the part of me is in the backstage area in that hallway. I've always loved that place, man.
Yeah.
Is that where we went?
Yes, that's what I was going to say. After Jelly's first Opry performance, like this was 2 years ago, like right when he was on the brink of becoming what he is now.
November of 21.
Absolutely, yeah. But his first Opry performance, it was such a celebration. He had an after party, like a private party afterwards at exactly where you're talking about. Memorable night too. That was amazing.
That whole little corner is like when you finally get tired of Broadway and you don't want to do that. Yeah. You want the chill spots.
It's so much different.
Music City Bar and Grill, Scoreboard, Nashville Palace.
Absolutely,
over there.
Man. You said it. It's nice that you got that figured out, especially residing in Florida. At least you know that much.
Oh yeah, we come up here enough, dude. It's like second home up here.
Yeah, Broadway's extreme. You know what I'm saying?
When you first, when you're new to it, oh yeah, it's all you want to do. It's a blast. But and then I got married. And really, why I would go down there to pick up chicks. Honestly, let's be honest. I mean, I'm an open book, buddy.
Yeah.
If I'm single, that's the perfect.
That's where I'll be.
Because everybody's looking to have a good time. Yeah. Well, got married, and even before I stopped drinking, I was like, I'd rather go to Nashville Palace. They play good music, older music. Always there. They're more perceptive and open to, like, if I want to go sit in and sing a song, or whatever, they let you do that. They're not stingy with their stage.
Yeah.
And it's just the environment's just much better, man.
Yeah.
Much better. That got clear, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. I think it is interesting though when you compare a place like such a iconic place like Nashville Palace, you compare it to something like Broadway. I mean, you talk about fucking night and day, dog. That shit it's like a hidden gem at most. If you're not tapped in, you wouldn't even know the shit's there.
And the price of the beers are night and day too.
I bet they are. What was the price of a beer at Nashville Palace last night?
Oh, I don't drink, so I don't know.
Good answer. What was the price of beer, Bobby? You know?
I know downtown it was $18.
Yeah, that's dub all day.
Bro, that is insanity, Nashville.
Well, Titans, like Titans games, they're 18 now. And I remember when Titans first opened, they were like $9.
$18 for just a 12-ounce beer?
So it's $9 a beer, 18
it's a 24 ounce.
Red Bull is $18.
Gotcha. But no, the beer at the Titans is bigger. It's a tall boy. It's like a 24 ounce.
$9.
The beers are $9. The mixed drinks are 18. And when,
Gotcha, okay.
And when you're 22, 23, and you want to go pick up girls, what you're taught the first thing to do is offer to buy them a drink. By the end of the night, dude,
You broke.
and they never. They'll take the drink, right?
Yeah.
They're happy, and they're smart because they know. Well, my friends are going to come pull me away or whatever.
Yeah, I just got to get the drink.
And dude, by the end of the night,
You're
you're
T-Pain,
$1,000 in the hole, and you're not even drunk.
Yeah.
Because you spent all the money and you're like, I got to go home sober and alone, dude. What in
Yeah.
the world?
Broke
Dude.
too? Like, it's a trifecta. Dude.
Fun fact. That's why when I was in my single years, bro, I spent 98% of my time at a bar that it's called Silverado's here in Nashville. It's the first one, the original Silverado's, and it's closed and tore down now. But free beer till 11.
Yeah.
Bro, we were there every
What?
goddamn Friday,
Okay, it
Saturday,
was the
Sunday
thing,
night.
yeah.
We were there till 11, at least till 11 every night. That's where we learned to fucking do every line dance under the moon. Like, I know all that shit.
yeah.
Fun fact. But then the fact that we would stay there till 11 o'clock, and if we was kicking it and got linked up with certain chicks or whatever that particular night, we just kick it at Silverado's. We wouldn't leave.
Yeah.
But if anything else goes wrong, if the spot wasn't right at Silverado's, we fucking just get drunk till 11 and then leave and then go downtown and be drunk already. So it just worked. Everything worked great.
And baby, I'm sorry if you hear this. I'm talking about the past, but
Yeah, this is all way back.
See,
This is
when
past
you go to Broadway and you're trying to pick up a girl, right? Mm-hmm. And even if the girl likes you,
Yeah.
she's got 4 friends with her. They're like freaking lions watching her, man.
Yeah.
And they'll let you talk to her, and you won't even know they're there. And then next thing you know, you turn around,
They're
and she's
pouncing.
getting pulled away.
I gotta go.
And she'll look at you like, oh, I really don't want to go, but I have to go.
Gotta go.
Yep. And then what are you going to do? You going to follow her to the next bar? Not if you're smart.
No, man.
No, you know.
It's a different game out there now. But downtown to me, I mean, like me and Chad grew up here, bro. That shit's like where it started and where it is now. Shit, bro.
It's not even close.
It's
to the
fucking
same.
crazy.
Oh,
It's a
dude.
goddamn madhouse down there,
I'm
bro.
so glad I don't live like that anymore, bro. God.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy that Silverado's hasn't made a jump back.
Yeah, but you know they still got
what I mean?
that other spot like in Rivergate. I don't know how active that place is.
It's been closed too.
Oh, really?
Rivergate Silverado's closed a couple of years ago. It's something else. I mean, it's not even a bar anymore.
Yeah, it's unfortunate I'm not tapped into those type things anymore. I know Cahoots, like where Cliffy's at, they're popping.
Yeah,
They
but
be
like,
line dancing.
Maybe
and shit.
that's the kind of
But that's in Lebanon.
Silverado's was such a popping spot, and that was when country music wasn't really like it is now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And the best thing about that particular establishment, bro, free beer till 11, and it was country till 11. So if you wanted to dance with a chick during that free beer time, you better know how to fucking do a 2-step, be able to shot it, be able to do something, motherfuckers. Otherwise, you ain't dancing.
and they're playing hip hop after that, right?
And at 11 o'clock, when everybody good and lit off that free beer, then,
Cha-cha slide,
then
let's
it's
go.
top 40.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Cha-cha
And you
slide,
know, too, the moment that 11 o'clock hit, then lights go down and fucking different DJs step in.
Turn into a boom boom room.
Bro, we
That's
had
what it does.
so
Hey, Lil
much
John,
fun.
what's up? You know what I mean?
So much fun at those fucking
There's a
places.
spot over here in Murfreesboro.
Used to be.
What's that spot? The only spot I liked in Whiskey Dicks in Murfreesboro.
Try
And-
Whiskey Dicks.
Yeah, so we'd stay over here a lot when we come because instead of staying in Nashville, it's
Yeah.
just easier. And yeah, that's where the only place I went in Murfreesboro was Whiskey Dicks.
During my heyday out here in Murfreesboro was a spot called Stampedes, and it was during the same time as the Silverados I'm mentioning. And on Wednesday night, because Murfreesboro's a college town, so Wednesday night was college night. So everybody be in Murfreesboro on Wednesday night at Stampedes, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday we'd be Silverados downtown. I used to be a fucking whore. That was a whole different time,
Oh yeah, didn't we all?
right? Where were we? I don't even know what the fuck we were talking about.
What were we talking about?
We were talking about Silverados and
Yeah, I was just
line
talking about
dancing.
Nashville. We're just talking about the difference in
Oh yeah.
Broadway and
Nashville Palace versus Broadway. Yeah, huge fucking difference.
That's right. Here's the biggest difference. I hang out at Nashville Palace, not Broadway. So,
for sure.
That's a flex, though. It's a honorable flex, honestly, because it's a completely different atmosphere. But go ahead.
Here's a question, Austin. Where do you think how do you feel about today's country music, like the country music scene present?
yeah, so it's interesting, man, because there's so many different lanes of country music right now. I think, you always say go with the grain or against the grain. The grain's going like 6 different ways right now, and almost all of them are working simultaneously. I used to, when I was younger, be very one of those guys that's not this and this ain't country, and I honestly, I don't know why I'd get mad about it. But as I've gotten older and gotten smarter and wiser, you start to just appreciate music if it's good music. And because I can't, man, dude, I love hip hop. Matter of fact, I model a lot of my songwriting after the way hip hop songs are written because it's so much, in my opinion, they're those songwriters, like you guys are so much better songwriters because you have to say many more things in your song.
Right.
So, and the metaphors you guys use in hip hop and all that stuff. And so that's what I try to emulate as far as when I write country music. So I like all torch, but today's country music is, there's some that I don't like, some that I do.
Right.
But you know what? If it's working, that's what matters, I reckon. And you can't knock something that's working for somebody. I just know who I am and what I want to do, and I'm going to make mine work too. You know, that's all I got to try to focus on instead of, I try to just keep myself thinking about me. I was telling you earlier, I'm very closed off, and I don't hang out with nobody. Mm-hmm. I don't talk to nobody, and that's not because I think I'm better than them, but I'm very specific on how I want my mind to work and my mindset. Yeah. And if I'm around people that don't think like I do, which is hardly anybody, right? Like, you guys know what that's like.
Yeah,
like-minded people is important.
Yeah.
Then I will start to, they say it's easier to pull somebody off a chair than pull them up on the chair with you.
Yeah. It affects the way you think. If
no, for sure.
I totally understand, dude. Trust me.
There's stuff that I don't understand, like great artists that, let's say, if Morgan Wallen puts out a song and he might even say, well, I was trying to do some hip hop stuff or whatever, and they just put it. The industry is what's calling everything country music, even if the artist doesn't think it's country music.
Yeah.
And they don't care, man. A real artist doesn't care, really, as long as everybody loves their music and is relating to it.
It's all about music. It's not about genre.
Yeah. I mean, that's a real artist to me is look at Jelly Roll, dude.
Yeah.
He gets so much crap. This ain't country music. This ain't that. I've never talked to him about it, but I doubt he really cares.
He don't give a fuck.
He was like, y'all sure you want to call me country music? All right, cool.
He just does.
And
he's
especially when he's coming off a #1 rock album that they all of a sudden considered a rock album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hell yeah, label it whatever you want. I'll take a #1 rock album.
Before he blew up, dude, the darkest times of my life, I sat by myself and listened to that man's music and didn't feel alone. And that's what I would try to do with my music too, man, for somebody else. And also, as an artist, when you do that, some of these songs I put out that go viral, people don't talk about this, but it makes the listener not feel alone. It makes me not feel alone.
100%, dude.
Saying, oh my God, a whole bunch of other people relate to this.
Yeah.
I thought I was different, or no, it's something healing about that type of stuff. And that's what Jelly does. So I don't care if he's country, not country music or whatever.
Yeah.
He's who he is, and his music means something, which is more than half of the country music guys can say today. They're all mainstream country.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
Totally agree. 1,000,000%.
I like that perspective too, because and what you were saying, it makes a lot of sense too when you're talking about people saying they don't feel alone when they listen to certain songs by artists. But when you spin it around and you look at the artist feeling that way, that's an interesting way to look at it, because when we're putting stuff down, whatever music genre it may be, you're putting yourself out there and being vulnerable because you don't know how it's going to be received.
Facts.
Right. And you can sit here all day and say you don't care how it's received, but everybody knows that we all care. Why would we be putting
I hate
it
when
out?
people say that.
Yeah,
Right,
me too. It's like when people say, I don't care if anybody listens to my music. Well, then you do, or you wouldn't put it out
So
publicly.
you just
you just
for
keep
all that, took all that time to do
You just
that?
keep it on your own personal little
on your
iPod.
iPhone. Yeah. So it's like that's a definite like good perspective to have on it, dog.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
I had people comment, but he's just trying to go viral. No, actually, I recorded this and posted it because I didn't want anybody to listen to it. I was just hoping. I mean, that don't make no sense.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it's dope though, like the shit, the funny shit you post on top of like the real shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like having a sense of humor about it all, and like being able to like, bro, I watched one of you, Austin, that was it was about more while cutting his hair.
that did the parodies. I did a whole line of parodies on that.
It was something
Last night he let the Clippers talk.
No, not that one. There was something about you having a shot at your dream now or something because you're not cutting yours.
Yeah, probably something like I did like probably 5 or 6.
It's fucking hilarious, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out Jackie Moon. Me and him watched that this morning because I was showing him some of Austin's shit and that one popped up. But that shit's great, bro. To be able to put that type polish on top of the good music and the realism of the music you do portray, like to have like that comedic relief with it is that packs a punch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I love that, man. I don't want to be in a box, And we're talking about that Carole Baskin thing that I started with.
Yeah.
That almost put me in a box of only the funny song guy, and so
He's the fun. Yeah, he's the parody guy.
and I had to work real because then I'd post my serious stuff, and it's like they didn't care.
Fuck this. We want funny
That's
shit.
the gift and curse, man.
I had to work hard to get that flipped around.
Get the stigma. Yep.
Yeah.
I totally see that.
Now I'm trying to balance it, but it's been a long time since I've gotten to troll somebody, and that's another fun thing I like to do. But I'm just waiting, man. Nobody messes with me no more, and it'll happen, because that's my best. I love that, dude. I love when somebody tries to talk or say something bad, and I just get to just have fun and just tear them apart. And just
That's interesting to hear you say that. But
that's the hip hop fan.
That's
exactly.
Yeah, that's probably where I got that. You could take bits and pieces from everybody.
Yeah.
And still be yourself, but make it your own and do it your way and have fun with it. Because I'm an open book. I don't care. I'll tell you guys know if you look at us, I'll tell everybody about all my problems I've ever had in my life. And so you can't say nothing to me that's going to hurt me,
So like fast forward, I don't want to lose sight of like where you are currently in your career, bro. Because I know with that single, "Take Me Back to the '90s," I know that's a big deal for you right now. Like that's like popping. You got radio play spinning, and
dude, it's insane. Yeah,
right,
man. All over the place, all over the country. They're playing it in Walmarts, gas stations.
Fire. And
I didn't have some promote. I've never put $1 behind any of this.
Flex.
So it's not like you pay somebody to go put it out of the radio station.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect it because as an independent artist, it's almost unheard of to get on FM radio and.
For independence, 100%. FM
and especially that many, dude. And in rotation, man, not just a one-time play, rotation.
Talk your shit.
So it was pretty cool to me, man. And because at the first verse is kind of almost trash talking mainstream country.
Mm-hmm. No, for sure.
And that first verse was just us was watching TikTok.
Yeah.
And I see a couple of these guys, and I'm not, that one dude in an interview literally said, "Well, I never really wanted to be a singer. I just got lucky on TikTok and decided I guess I'll do it since they want to sign me, and now I'm living the dream." And I'm thinking that's why you never played a bar and you went on stage for 2,000 people your first show and you choked and everybody was filming you, and the next day you're all over the internet, people saying you can't sing. And that's why you got to pay your dues. It's not like, oh, we're just mad you didn't, because everybody needs to practice at everything they do and have experience so that you don't end up failing before you really get your chance, because you give up and everybody's making fun of you now.
And that's why I was curious about your opinion on the current state of country music, just because that song being such a dope song, but the stuff you were touching on in that song is I was just curious, but I totally get that. Like TikTok has made it to where people can skip the line, when it comes to doing certain things, but then that always, if their heart's not really in it and they don't really have the true talent, it's going to get exposed.
Yeah, it definitely does.
You know what I'm saying? In that case, it was like the live show in front of two. But it's not just country, like musicians. It's like comedians now too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
stand-up comedians now a lot of them are blowing up, and they're just
exactly
TikTok
who you're
comedians.
Thinking of,
and then they go do stand-up at the Comedy Store or something, and they bomb.
Dude, I'll tell you, just while we're talking on comedy, TikTok is overnight sensations, bro. Mm-hmm. The Rock dude. I'm not, but I like rocks. On Kill Tony, you know the fuck I'm talking about, the black dude. You know what I'm talking about. He says people think I'm, but I like rocks. They're like, tell me something good about you, bro. And he was like, yeah.
Look him up.
Oh my God, I hate you right now, especially because I said the R word twice. But that motherfucker, bro, he's overnight. He got a minute on Kill Tony, and now this motherfucker is touring the nation, and everything I see of him is hilarious. Luckily, because it's not always like that, dog.
Well, dude, they start what you're talking about, and they start, and you're saying they're not going to last. You're absolutely right. And I'm not like, the biggest difference between me and somebody like that is this: they're not going to last because they can't do it again.
Yeah.
And if they can't, if they learn how to do it again, it'll take them years to really learn how to perfect it. And so that means they're going to have to, like you said, be passionate about it and be committed to it. And people underestimate how difficult that really is, because you're fighting yourself the whole time through it. Because how many times, especially now with social media, how many times you fail at the beginning and you're like, it makes you think nobody cares about your stuff. Yep. And you got to be consistent, and you have to have a very, very strong mental mindset for that. So when you earn your way is when you have the opportunity to become a legend and not just a one-hit wonder. Yeah. That's what the goal should be, I think. It's not just, I had a little fun, let me get out of here. And that's fine. You want to do that? Good. Get out of my way. Eventually you're going to be gone. That's good. But
could you imagine being like one of these fucking overnight sensations, though? Like, to just record some stupid ass song, throw it on TikTok, they go viral overnight, right? And then they get approached by major labels. The first thing the label's going to ask them is what the catalog looks like. Like how many songs you got?
They're like, what's that?
And what if they say, I got a couple. You know what I mean? But I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather say something like Chad. You know, Chad's got fucking 900 songs.
In reality, what they probably say is, songs, I didn't even write that one. I don't know.
Right.
I did it for fun.
I don't even own the beat.
Yeah.
I stole the beat off SoundCloud.
But they signed a couple of them, and I think they learned their lesson a little bit.
Yeah, I think so too.
You know, and it's okay, trial and error. I get it. It's everywhere, even in the business side. But at the end of the day, they're trying to make money.
Yeah, and especially like now with things changing so much technology wise, like, and with the apps and people going viral so easily and so quickly, everybody's learning as they go because it's never been a thing before. So it's like, I think a lot of the times when that stuff happens, it's because they're just kind of throwing something at the wall and seeing if it sticks, and most of the time it doesn't. You know what I mean?
And they'll do like one song deals. You know,
Yeah.
so
Literally,
Yeah.
single deals.
yeah, they'll do one song deals and whatever, man. You know, like I said, I guess let them do what they're going to do. I'm going to win either way, with them, without them. However it goes, you know, you don't stop somebody that has already decided what they're going to do and won't take no for an answer. You can't stop that.
Love it.
Not at all.
But you, like we mentioned early on when we sat down, bro, I saw you like super active, and then you took a good little break. How many years you took off? A couple
Probably.
years?
Maybe a year, maybe two, as far as being very consistent. After, you know, you got to hit that reset button sometimes, and I had to decide who I was, not who I thought I needed to be. Because at first my whole mindset was, like, you could tell with the Carol Basket stuff, is I'll do funny songs or whatever I got to do to get them to initially follow me. That way, at least their eyes are there. So when I offload my stuff that I really want to sing, they're going to hear it.
Yeah, it's a road to that ultimately.
It doesn't work that way, man. I learned that the hard way. So I had to make sure that I was completely comfortable with myself and being who I wanted to be from the very beginning, and, you know, not do anything different. Because one thing is, if you're not yourself, that'll always come out eventually. And not that that's not me being funny, but it's not what I love. I love writing stuff that everybody else wants to say, but doesn't have the courage to say it and how they're feeling. Especially men, we don't talk about our feelings, you know. It's natural. I don't either. I write songs about it. So you give somebody something like that's genuine. That's what a lot of them aren't doing in country music today. They're writing stuff that's popular or whatever, and that's cool too. Have fun, but you better have something to say that means something.
Yeah,
you got to, you know, and
Something
that's
to
what
stick with
Jelly's
somebody.
doing, man. That's why I said I don't care what you call him. That's what he's doing, and that is not easy, bro. You have to really know yourself.
Yeah, I think it's huge though for an artist when we think about mainstream artists, because with I mean, in reality, a lot of them don't write the songs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So to be like fed songs through a label and have to sing them, and then us as consumers have to relate to that artist portraying those type feelings and what they're saying, it's almost like mimicky. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like
It's a manufactured
it definitely is. But see, that's where like the self-writing shit comes into like so much more value from the consumer standpoint, because we know that's the real, and we know even with like sitting down, like you and Bobby sitting down writing something, we know it's you and Bobby writing something. You know what I mean? But it's not you, Bobby, Joe Schmo, Sam Mack, you know what I mean? And this one dude that's over in Phoenix that listened to it after what we came up with, you know what I'm saying? And then before we're done with it, we're going to send it up to Mike up over in Cleveland, you know what I mean? Like all this extra shit. And
Shout out Mike.
You know,
shout out Mike.
They have a rule in Nashville that if you're in the room when the song's ready,
your name's on the paper.
It's insane. It's crazy to me because
That's for real. I've always thought that was like jokes.
Yeah.
no, that's real.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I need to talk to D-Ray about that too, because I know I've been in the room for a few.
Yeah,
I'm just playing.
Right,
So shout out
exactly.
D-Ray.
Right. Now that you say that,
Right.
And that's crazy to me. But yeah, I'll be the first to say though, I have nothing against cutting somebody else's song, and I know a lot of guys won't say that because they want to be. I know I can write songs. You guys know I can write songs, so I don't have to prove that. But if I hear a song and it's a good song and I can relate to it, and I know it makes sense for me, the best song wins, man.
That's it though. But you can relate to it. You know what I'm saying? Like you saying that, yes, I'd love to do this song because it's relatable to me first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? But to say like, who's this from? What's this about? What are we doing? Should I sing it sad? Should I sing it loud? How y'all want me to sing this? That's different. You know what I'm saying? But when you can take a song and make it your own and still relate to the record, That's a night and day deal right there.
Because there are songwriters that can't sing and don't sing, and everybody has their own strength.
Name one, go.
Amazing song, Bobby.
Yes, shout out Bobby.
It's
bro.
okay. But me and him are like brothers.
That's
dude.
a go-to.
He'll be the first to tell you, and I'll get him on stage, because Bobby's, like I said, family. And I get him on stage, and he don't care. He'll get up there and say, "I ain't the best singer, but blah," and he'll dance around, man. And he's just a hype man. Dude, he's awesome.
But he can write them bangers. Though. That's the main thing. You know what I mean?
Dude, yeah. And he can. It's not like he can't carry a tune, but he knows he's not a singer. So, but and he's happy with it. And that's songwriters, real songwriters that don't sing, don't care to sing. They don't care. They just love the process and writing the songs, and they need somebody to cut their songs too. They work hard too.
I wonder, like, from a songwriting from that angle, like when you write a song and then it's getting pitched around these labels, and then some fucking cheeseball artist ends up with it. I wonder what that feels like. To where it ain't relatable to that artist.
He don't know because I end up with all his songs.
Right? Talk your shit. I ain't mad at you at all.
But let's just say, for the conversation standpoint, how would that make you feel if you write a song and it's in the pool and somebody grabs it
and they give it to a plant?
I'd go cut it again myself, a new record, a new master, and do it better. If I wouldn't allow that to happen, first of all.
Okay.
But if a horrible artist or somebody that I didn't like, because when I write a song, dude, it's from my soul, man. So it means something to me. I don't care money, nothing like that, dude. I grew up in
That's
nothing,
dope,
bro. So
That's
it
dope.
don't matter to me. But I wouldn't. I stand up for myself, man. I know that we're really just getting to know each other. Yeah. But I'm not I don't look for problems or anything like that. But I also, when I say something, I mean it, and I stick to my guns, and because you have to, bro.
Got to.
People will take advantage of you so easy and so quick.
Yeah, for sure.
You learn not to. There's a difference between a nice guy and a good guy real quick. Because if you're the nice guy all the time, people are just ruthless, dude.
Oh, I know how that goes, bro.
Cutthroat type shit.
Yeah. Especially in this business, dog.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever genre of it doesn't matter. Just the music
wherever the bag's
business,
at.
The entertainment business in general is cutthroat. Regardless of what genre you may be in or where you think you're at, it's all weird like that with a lot of people, yeah.
Yep.
So go ahead.
Oh, I was going to just off that topic. The only reason you saw I posted that video with Colby yesterday. Me and him have been friends for what 2 years now.
Who you referencing to?
3.
Shout out to
Colby Swift.
Absolutely. Shout out Colby Swift.
If you don't know who Colby Swift is,
Google that shit.
Yeah, you can go to my TikTok. That last video I posted is with Colby. But
he walked in the door. I said, "I've seen you on TV, kid. I know who you are."
He's an artist. He wants to make it just like the rest of it. He loves music. For 3 years, that man never asked me for nothing.
Yeah,
not even hinted at it, and not even. I mean, maybe a little advice, but he never asked me to post nothing with him. Nothing.
Yep.
That's never happened to me. 3 years, another musician never asked me for shit, and even then he didn't ask me. I just decided to post it, dude. He's
right.
It's like that's something I respect, and that's why really I don't have any.
We all respect that, Bubba.
No, for sure.
That goes a long way, especially in this field, because trust me and off camera, all the goddamn time, me and my good friend Chad Arms discuss these type topics about how you should not ask for certain things, and how when you're given certain things without asking, just fucking go with them, appreciate them. And don't fucking flex with it.
Yeah.
I had to speak to the camera.
On the way here, right when we pulled up, a guy that signed with a record label in Nashville right now was texting me, asking me to do something for him. He ain't done shit for me. I don't know him from Adam, really. I mean, besides texting or whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't trust you. I don't know you.
Right. Well, plus if
I got my own stuff going on, why am I going to help you?
Yeah. If you're signed, well, why ain't your label doing that for you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's why I thought that's why you get with the labels. But I get it, and we've learned along the years too. When we were younger, man, we had to learn, that there's certain ways that you have to handle things, and it's trial and error. You know what I mean? Especially like once the social media era became what it is now, because we've been in both eras. We've been in the pre-social media internet, like stuff, and then
dinosaur years.
Yeah, so like. There's definitely ways.
Units out the trunk, you know what I mean?
Rights and wrongs, you know what I mean?
The most important thing is relationship, dude. Like,
facts.
If you text me and you haven't even tried to get to know me at all, we haven't hung out, or you haven't tried to hang out, you didn't go sometime being interested in being my friend.
Yeah.
Why would you? That's disrespectful to me. Like that's what all I am. That's my value to you. I sound like a girl when I say that, but that's my value
absolutely not.
You don't sound like a girl.
I'm about to double down on it because that's what built our relationship to get you in that chair right now. Like honestly, bro, our relationship started with me supporting some of Austin's shit, like liking his shit or DM him after seeing something. Be like, bro, that's just fire. Sharing something.
I didn't ask for that. You did it.
Facts, bro.
Just because you wanted to support it, and that's rare too.
Yeah.
That's rare too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that and like that song you talking about how I have a song from way back in with Leroy.
Yeah, man. Shout out Leroy.
Me
Yeah,
and
fun
Leroy were
fact.
just
I had no
hanging out.
idea. I had to watch the video before we started. Keep going.
Leroy and I were just hanging out at D-Ray's in the studio, and
Yep.
he came through and was hanging out, and it wasn't like pre-planned. Let's do this and do that. And he was there. We were just vibing. We had a good time, and he said, "I want to jump on this," and wrote that verse real quick. Jumped in the studio, did it, and that was it. I mean, it wasn't. I'm scratching your back, or we're doing each other a favor here, or nothing like that.
It just organically happened. I remember the day it happened.
Shout out to the
Said,
kid.
Dude, I just snapped on this song with Austin Foreman. He said I wasn't even trying to. I was at D-Ray chilling.
It was an awesome thing to watch that happen, bro. It was
He's
cool.
quick with it, bro. He's super quick.
He's a prodigy.
It was about the love of music, man, and a good vibe in the air. That's all it was, and that's where you get the best shit from.
Yeah.
No,
But
sure.
he's over here all the damn time. But I literally reference to him as he's like Kobe. He's 24. Leroy Biggs is. He's the young gunner is what we call him. Like, but it's almost like the same discussion when it comes to what we were saying about like Leroy knows how to move around us and the OGs type shit. You know what I'm saying? As far as like,
Yeah, he's a respectful guy, man.
yeah,
He teaches
you know
us
what I mean,
stuff
and he does.
because he's the younger generation and knows it better, and knows how to move around like within it better. So we rely on him to kind of keep us in tune with stuff too.
Learn from everybody.
No,
Yeah.
for sure, man.
Yeah.
100%.
But with did I cut you off? You about to say
you're
something?
good,
Y'all
man.
about to say something? I keep going back to the single because the single's popping, bro. And I know you've been bouncing all around the charts with it, and it's opening up opportunities. You made the comment once about speaking to some labels and shit, probably off the momentum of this current single. What's next though for Austin Foreman, bro? What direction we headed? We got more singles coming. We waiting on them labels. What we doing?
Yeah, so I teased a couple of them, a couple of slower songs. Probably the Problem song Bobby and I wrote. Actually, both of these we wrote together. Probably the Problem, and there's a song called Whiskey Don't Shoot Me Tonight.
go.
And I wrote this with Bobby like right before I quit drinking, which is a whole nother topic we'll probably talk on later.
No, for
but
sure.
and so I was a bad alcoholic, and writing the song, man, beautiful song, dude, and I'll show it to you in a bit.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it.
Anyway, so these songs, and what I'll do, and I'm learning still. Every day you learn, right? So on TikTok right now, it's like you got to get them to watch that first couple of seconds. Otherwise, they're not even going to know if it's a good song or not because they'll scroll right past you. Their attention span's on to the next
Like
thing.
5 seconds, bro. That's all you got.
Right. So I try to get more creative with how I put them out there and put these so that they'll hear it. And that'll give me their feedback. So I'll tease a little bit of it. I want to get an idea of how they feel about it. And the feedback's been freaking amazing, bro. You post one. TikTok is not easy to get views on.
Yeah.
Unless you,
No, man.
and you can, I have almost 500,000 followers on there. Well,
Flex.
I could post a video and still only get 2,000 views because
Same here, bro. It's weird how it does that.
Yeah,
they don't
I
care.
totally understand.
They
Trust me,
don't
we
care.
talk about
For
this
You
shit all
page
the
is
time.
For You page, bro. You know?
But you're kind of using it as like a fishing platform, kind of throwing some bait out there, numerous singles, little tastes of little things here and there, and then just let it sort of build towards the next single.
The people will tell you what they
Absolutely,
like,
that's
man.
what I'm getting. Yeah, that's fire though. It's a good way to move, especially in this modern day market that we keep referencing.
And
to.
if you put, like, if I post it and it doesn't do well the first time, I'll try to post. Okay, well, if I know it's good, all right, I'm not going to give up on it. I'm going to post it in a different way. I'm going to post it again. I'll look at other. I mean, I'm not ashamed to say anybody should be doing this. Look at other people and what's working. Make it your own and figure out a way to do some version of that.
for sure.
Dude, I'm having deja vu, Chad. We literally had this conversation with a guy that's crazy. That there two guys that are going crazy on TikTok, King Ego and Joy Band.
For sure.
But they kept referencing to a song that was like an undeniable banger, like right, and they're brothers, and one of the older brother threw a song out there because the younger brother swore by it, said it was a banger, put that fucking song out, and he put it out. He didn't get the reaction that he wanted, took it down. And it was or it was Joy Band. You know what I'm talking about?
Joy
Took
Band,
the song down. And now the other brother's like, bro, you got to put that motherfucking song back up. And they're having that same type argument on this guy's funny as fuck. But shout out to Joy Band, King Ego. They're crazy on TikTok right now.
Yeah.
But he says, we're going to figure out how to put that out, and we're going to put it back out. And
Timing.
that's timing, but it's also the presentation may not have been right. Like you said, that first initial 1 to 3 to 5 seconds that's so important in this modern day society we live in as far as content goes and how it's consumed. Like
It's such a dope song.
That
too.
Dear Dad song I have that you talked about,
Yeah.
I posted that 10 times before it actually did anything, and because I knew,
Fun fact.
I knew it.
Yeah,
fun fact, baby.
that is a fun fact.
I knew it was, sometimes you just know. Same thing. Take it back to the 90s. I put put acoustic versions up of it, and maybe I got 60,000 views, I think, on one. But I knew it was one of those to get millions. Now that video is sitting at 3 million views. It
flat.
debuted at number 7 on the iTunes charts, which was the highest I had been.
For singles especially, that's not easy to do for a single.
In a country genre especially.
For sure, dude.
Oh, yeah, you're competing with the big boys.
Big boys.
Especially with the singles. You got to get a lot of downloads to get up the charts in the singles.
Oh yeah, man! I was shocked, dude, when I saw that, and then it stayed. You know, you can hit pre-orders can make you get on the charts and fall off like in 30 minutes. You know, so but you know, and I've had that happen before too, and you learn from that. But it stayed, dude. It didn't. I mean, it stayed in the top 10 for probably 3 or 4 days, and then for a couple weeks it was in the charts, and that was cool for me because personally that was a new achievement. But,
bro, I'm gonna tell you, Austin. Like from the outside looking in, dog. I've known you over social medias for a few years. I know your story a little bit more than we've covered during the podcast, but ChadArmesTV interview coming soon. Y'all tap the fuck in.
Yeah.
But I love to see you winning now, man. Because I know where you've been. I could only imagine mentally where you were, and to see you climb up out that shit, bro, and get back booming, and then move with the way you're moving, bro. And then it's interesting to watch, bro. But we're rooting for you over here.
Thank you, bro.
I'm so glad with even up to the discussion of the single that kind of got you like on the road, maybe to the songwriter thing was going to happen inevitably. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think it's because of the single you ended up Nashville Palace this weekend.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which is great. You would have ended up here anyway, but I think that's the dopest part, bro, because I just know I know some of the shit you've battled over the years, bro, and I know what that shit's like, and yeah, it's good to see you winning, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm really
man.
fucking happy for you, dog.
Thank you. Yeah, I'd really always said the hardest thing you can do is be honest with yourself. And people hear that and go, yeah, I'm honest with myself. No, you probably aren't.
Yeah.
I'm talking about really honest. I mean, you accept every flaw that you have, not to beat yourself up over it.
Yeah.
But so that you can correct it. If you're not getting the results you want, it ain't because this person did this to you, or you know, you didn't get this shot, or even if somebody did do you wrong, what could you have done differently to avoid that situation entirely, so that you don't have to do it again? And that's what motivated me to keep going, because that's how I had to think, man. And you're either, when you go through the shit, and first I put myself through a lot of that. It wasn't that I did. I mean, truly. Right. And when you go through all that, and you're either gonna stay there because it's just too much mentally for you to try to get out of it.
That just gets the best of you.
Or it's gonna, and you hit rock bottom, it's gonna motivate you more than it's ever motivated you, because you know what it's like to lose so bad.
Yeah.
That now
you got to get away from that.
All you want to do is win, and before you know it, you're accidentally winning more than you thought you were going to win.
Absolutely.
You know.
Yeah, man. I love that type of story, bro. It's that whole keep going mentality though means I've got it tatted right here on my arm. It says keep going, and it is literally for that purpose. You know what I'm saying? I'm at a point in my life where the keep going, the don't try, the you never know, you know, like all these things mean like so much more to me than they did at younger years in my life, unfortunately.
Oh man. Dude.
But it seems like I'm a lot more talented in my older years, so I'll take it.
Can you imagine 20 years from now?
Shit.
Things, you know, you think like that, like, man, dude, I can't believe I didn't, you know, the difference in how I think now.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm 30, so I think about that all the time. 30 years from now, I'm going to look back when I was 30 and say, I thought I knew something.
Yeah.
You know?
No, for sure.
But it's just, I know you're 30 years old.
Oh, yeah.
So think about that in reference. I got some years on you, right? I'm an old man. I'm 41. So the way I'm thinking, I feel like I'm fucking ancient. And you're coming into your 30s now, and you're like, damn, I'm learning some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, no disrespect on anything you may or may not know. But I guarantee you, that 24-year-old over there, he has no idea of the shit that's going to be going through his head when he's 30 years old.
And that's nothing to be. When I was 24 and somebody would have said something, if I was him sitting right there at 24, somebody said something like that to me, I would have been like, that dude don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Exactly.
Of course, yeah.
We all would, though. Yeah. We all, I'm pretty confident to say we all would. That's the dummy in all of us at that age, bro. It's so fucking crazy.
But you know what? Because we were like that, that helps too, man.
Yeah.
You want to, you know, because you remember what it was, and you know, and then I think the most important question you can ask yourself is why. Mm-hmm. Why did I think like that? Why did I say that? Why did I do that?
Yeah.
And that's when you be honest with yourself, because that's how you change that shit. But people don't do that, dude. You talk about learning. You have to be willing to learn and not just say that or act like it. It's not enough. Too many people act like it, dude, because they think that's what people want to hear. You could tell the people that are self-aware and the people that aren't.
Yeah, the genuine shit. You know what I'm saying?
Huge difference, dude. And that's something I think successful people all have in common, is that they will be the first ones to tell you all the ways they messed up and the way they're going to continue learning every day. If I ain't learning something, dude, or even when I'm by myself teaching myself something, then I'm not happy because I'm not moving forward.
You're stagnant.
Yeah.
100%.
I'll follow you 1,000,000%.
Yeah.
So when so I guess when I ask you about what's coming next, all that kind of shit, any timeline on anything, or are we just riding away for the new single? We're still going to throw the single baits out there, see what happens, but you can't give me nothing on what's coming next, right?
Yeah, so I don't have a time. God, it'll be soon, very soon though, because I just told
quit.
Bobby. I just told Bobby yesterday. What happened?
I'd quit. I can't get nothing out of it.
Oh yeah, no, I just told Bobby yesterday. Well, it'll be soon, very soon, like within probably a few weeks here. We got this is probably the problem song, man. I told Bobby yesterday, I said it's time, because I look at certain things and analytics and stuff.
Yeah.
And I know, like I said, timing is everything. So I wasn't going to tease probably the problem. Morgan Wallen came out with that little teaser of, guess I'm the problem.
No, for sure.
Well, he got so
Genius
much,
too, bro.
He got so much crap on. I don't know if you saw, like, the trend was the girls going, he's a narcissist or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, my song is called Probably the Problem, and the whole thing is me, a man recognizing I am the problem. I should have done this and that and the third. So it's the exact opposite.
Any influence from the Morgan Wallen to get us to this one?
No. This song was written well before that.
You see what I'm saying, though? Like,
I already had the track ready to go and everything.
Gotcha.
And so when I woke up and saw that, I called Bobby. I said, all right, because I wasn't going to tease yet. I said, well, look, I'm telling you after the fact because I just posted this, but I know timing, and because all these girls are mad about this, not knock on Morgan, by the way, very talented, amazing guy, but, timing. So I posted
let's
that.
Just hold on this one for a minute, yeah.
I posted that, and I knew it, and that's exactly the feedback I got, and the teaser did pretty good.
Okay.
So now I'm going to, you'll see me start building up. You'll see over the next day or two, a couple little more build-ups for some teaser. And once you build it. And the mistake I made would take me back to the 90s is I didn't think that video was going to go viral. And the song wasn't out.
Ain't that nuts, bro?
I couldn't get the song out until it already had like 1.5 million views. So I probably missed so many. We could have been top 3, maybe top 1 if I would have done it. Right. So that's what's about learning, though, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm going to have it ready to go so that one of those videos is going to pop, and when it does, it's going to be boom right there.
Yeah.
So when people look it up, they can find the song.
No, for sure.
I guess that's the name of the Morgan Wallen.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Fire ass record, by the way.
And we've all been in relationships like that, and we've been in relationships where we were the problem. So
what you said, but I think that's so interesting how he threw that teaser out there like that. It's the same thing he did with Broadway Girls. Mm-hmm. When Broadway Girls took on TikTok, and everybody just couldn't wait for this fucking single to drop. Mm-hmm. And then by the time it did drop, it came out with Dirk. And then when it came out with Dirk, he was tapped into a whole nother market. You know what I'm saying? Because then everybody you tapping into hip hop then, and everybody wanted to hear that record from that angle. But to release the teaser of I Guess and it's nuts, bro.
I think more people should do that.
Absolutely.
It's like
he's creating a blueprint, bro.
It gives you an idea how they feel, and then he kept building that song Broadway Girls you're talking about.
Bruh.
He originally did. I don't think he would have had Dirk on it originally because it probably just wasn't in the air.
I think it was open forbidden if you ask me.
It came and see, you had time to build it, and what you do is people had a little taste of it, just enough to make them want more and more and more, and you build up that suspense when that song comes out.
I think if you're asking me what I thought about that particular record, I think them boys knew what they had. They knew exactly how they could make it bigger, and they said, all right,
genius song.
Who wants on this? And
it's one of those songs you go,
we opened it again.
Else think of this?
And that's how Dirk ended up on it. That's just my opinion. I don't know shit, but I would have picked somebody else to get on the record.
Oh yeah, maybe. I don't know enough about Dirk to know if I would have or not. But
right. We were speaking about Drake and his affiliation with Morgan Wallen. Just as of recently, like how he had because fun fact, in real time, I'm attending that concert tonight. And it was a question, and Dirk is supposed to join the tour, so I was curious if he would be on the Nashville show to bring out Morgan Wallen and then do Broadway Girls. But I don't think Dirk's joining the show for a few more weeks. Right? But then I'm like, well, maybe Drake could bring out Morgan Wallen. That'd be a big thing. But he did a show last night, and he didn't.
Yeah, but it's the second show.
It's the second show, and it's a makeup show. So, I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
They build that suspense.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. But just recently, Morgan Wallen was in his video. Did you see that?
Was he? No.
Yeah, they like collaborated just from like an acting thing.
Like a cameo? Yeah, that's cool, man.
It's weird. Cool. But it makes you think that, I guess ultimately go all the way around the block, go next door, Chatty, was, like, could you imagine the success of Broadway Girls if it wasn't Dirk and it was somebody else?
Yeah, I would have put Chad on it probably.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, yeah.
I'd put Chad on everything. My favorite rapper.
Yeah.
Shout out to Morgan Wallen.
He's probably watching.
Boy.
Nah, shout out Austin Foreman.
Facts.
He's probably watching. I think he's probably
Human
watching.
iPod.
Human iPod, dude. The
Human iPod is what Bobby calls me. I can memorize. I don't know how people. My wife even. You memorize lyrics to almost everything you hear, but you can't remember what I asked you to do. You know,
I have that same problem.
I don't know how I do. You know, because you see guys today, they'll get on stage, they got the iPads and the iPods, and you know, I guess call me old school or whatever. I think it's kind of cheap, just because it doesn't give me the opportunity to interact with the crowd as much. And I'm looking down at this.
Oh, you mean to like do a cover or something?
Yeah, covers.
Gotcha,
yeah.
gotcha. And I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, it happens all the time now, and I'll never do that, because if I don't know it, obviously I'm not going to play it. But most like if I heard the song and I know most of the words, I can get through it. And I always tell people, if they make a request, if I mess it up, it's your fault. You asked for it. But I can play most.
That's kind of rare.
Yeah. So it's cool, man.
Fifth and Broadway, current like establishment right across from Bridgestone Arena. It's right there at the corner of Fifth and Broadway. It's like an eatery. There's second floor is like all eating, but there's two wings to it, and there's live somebody just strumming on a guitar always right there, and they take requests for tips. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Always great artists there doing their thing. They take, but all of them iPad. There's always an iPad sitting right there and be like, yeah, I can play that one, and we'll just bring it up and then just start strumming away and singing it. But that's
and I know there are going to be guys on here that use the iPads, and if you get offended, it is what it is. But I'm not trying to offend you. I don't think any less of you. Just, man.
I would
dedicate yourself to dedicate yourself to holding yourself to a higher standard. If you're gonna play songs, if you're gonna play fucking songs, you know what? Don't disrespect the people by not taking the time to learn the lyrics. It's not that hard. Learn the words, man. And if you don't know them, be honest about it. There's no shame in not knowing something.
I love it.
We all don't. We all have shit we don't know. Dude.
I really think though that starts with being self-taught and maybe taking like guitar lessons or some shit.
I didn't take a single lesson.
Yeah, but you don't play. You said earlier you don't play sheet music.
Yeah.
So bringing it up on a laptop or something ain't gonna do shit for you unless you're just reading the lyrics.
Yeah, right.
But what if you could read music? You're gonna bring it up to play the chords.
If I could, yeah. Well, what do you? No, I do play chords now.
Okay,
I just don't read sheet music.
Okay, can you play music based off like reading chords?
If I read chord chord.
Okay,
I could follow that.
That's what I'm saying. When I see somebody like bring it up on stage, it looks like almost like piano, like the piano shit where it'll be the music and it's chords, blah, 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 but the words will go with it. It's almost like a fucking karaoke thing right there with them. But they playing what it says to play and singing what it says to sing.
I'll say this, rest in peace, Toby Keith, by the way. I don't know why he's the first one that came to my mind, but you never saw him on stage with a freaking iPad or
no, facts.
And I know they were his songs, but he didn't write all those songs, and so he had to memorize stuff. And I get, like if you're playing Broadway, you're playing 4 hours straight, and you got a lot. I get that in a way, but I just know this. I don't hold anybody to a lower standard than I hold myself, and I wouldn't accept that for myself. Just because
I love it.
That means I'm only half-assing this shit. You know what I mean? So, I grew up on a farm. We didn't half-ass anything. My mama, if my friends stayed the night Friday night, my mom said they could stay the night, but they got to work in the yard with us tomorrow.
Talk your shit.
That's just how it was.
I love it. I love that type of shit. I think it's awesome to talk shit that way. Not that you were talking shit or because you were being respectful in that aspect of it, but I think it's interesting to like hear that part of it. Because me as a consumer, I don't think nothing of the shit. Like especially if I walk up to some fucking stranger playing a guitar and I'm just like, hey, I'm gonna pay dude $5 to see if he'll play the song,
right.
And he fucking brings it up on something and he plays it. Thanks, man. Here's your $5. Yeah. But it's interesting to hear like somebody like yourself, which can do these type things, say, "Oh, dude, no iPad, fuck that. That's not the same."
Well, I mean, it's just if you're an artist watching this, that's what I'm thinking of. If they're watching this, it's not to. You're going to take this one or two ways. You're going to be like, "That dude's a dick," or you're going to be inspired by it. Because the truth is, you will respect yourself much more. It's not necessarily what the consumer thinks. Mm-hmm. It's how you feel about yourself, and that is going to affect your future and what you're going to accomplish. Because if you're half-assing this part, oh my God, bro.
What else you half-assing?
Building your social media, everything else, you're never gonna succeed like how you really want to, and reach the level you want to, unless you hold yourself to the highest standard and stick with it, man. Dedication, commitment.
I'd be scared to not know what the fuck they're asking me to play though.
Just tell them I don't know. So many times, man, they come to tip, and before they put the money in the bucket, they tell me what.
Hold up.
I'll tell them.
What do you want to hear, motherfucker?
I'll say, man, I'm sorry, bro. I haven't heard that song enough. I'm not that familiar with it, so I can't. Who's your favorite? I'll say, who's your favorite artist? because they want me to cover. And it leaves it open for me because they'll say, George Strait, Toby Keith, or whatever. And I at least know 2 or 3 of each person's songs probably. And so I'll pick that. But I've never been one to like have, I get it. Like you don't want to say, I don't know that. But I think people appreciate you just telling them like, hey, I don't know that, man. I'm sorry. But now if you don't know anything they're asking, that's different.
Right.
But, I don't know. It's never mattered to me because that's what I'm saying. When you're so overly honest with yourself, it doesn't bother you to be honest with everybody else.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Well, after performing last night, songwriter event at Nashville Palace.
That was 2 nights ago.
Or 2 nights ago. How active are you trying to be on stage?
You mean moving around and stuff?
Sure.
Depends, man. Songwriters things, I sit because we're all sitting. There's about 4 of us. It's songwriters around. If anybody's familiar with that, you got 4 songwriters, let's say, and you each just take turns playing your songs, listening to each other. The crowd's there to listen, and that's different. I always have a guitar in my hands. So when I'm on stage playing, I don't have a band that I play with usually because down in Florida where I live, man, you're used to up here. You got great quality musicians that put in the work to learn the licks for the songs. Country music is like that. You hear Chattahoochee, it's Chattahoochee before the song comes on because of that guitar lick. If you're playing that as a cover band and they don't play that lick, that kind of, to me, I'm like, dude, that kind of takes away from the whole song right there.
You're flying blind.
So the musicians that I could use down in Florida are just not serious about it enough for me to want to get on stage with them. So I do acoustic stuff, and so I'll stand with the mic or whatever. I'm not much of a dancer, bro. I can't.
I appreciate acoustic. I love acoustic.
Yeah, I can't dance.
Single dude in a fucking guitar, I'm with it.
Yeah,
all day, every day.
Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, it's fun, man, and I don't have to worry about the dude behind me on drums being too messed up on drugs or whatever else it might be, and drumming too fast, too slow, or whatever.
Yeah.
Shout out to drugged out drummers.
Man, they're crazy. Drummers are the craziest people, man.
I should have been a drummer.
So high energy, like just.
I should have been a drummer.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Probably should have. Shout out Austin Forman, man.
Shout out.
I appreciate you pulling up on me, man.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's unfortunate it took so long to happen, but just you're welcome here anytime, dog.
The time is perfect, bro. If you would have had me here a year or 2 ago, I would have had less valuable things to say.
Well, again, man, to see your story unfold the way it has from my perspective, like just being we followed each other on social media for a while now, dude, and to see you do your thing, man, has been great to watch, man. I love seeing you win. I hope to continue to see you win, dog. But just know, as you continue to win, that seat's yours, man. You pull up anytime you got some shit to say.
Anytime, man. I'll come back and hang out. This has been cool, man. So anytime.
Hell yeah, dude.
Chad, what? Huh?
Chattahoochee Arms.
Chattahoochee. That's the new album.
I asked for
Chattahoochee.
I asked for a Chad Arms Austin Forman collaboration.
Oh yeah, we can make that happen.
I'm just saying it. I'm just saying it on camera. That way, if it doesn't happen, it's not my fault.
Whenever you're ready, any day.
No, we can make that happen, bro.
Austin said he's waiting on you.
For sure, we can make that happen.
Everybody's waiting on Chad, man. No, I'm just playing. Yeah, Austin, pull back up on us, man. Next time, Bobby, you sit down with us, man. Same with Kobe. I can picture you on this couch soon, man. Pause.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, man. He's a character, bro. He's cool, man.
But yeah, dude, y'all know what it is. Down there on the end, it's that guy, ChadArmesTV. It's my good friend Austin Forman, man.
Hey, y'all watch out for Kobe Swift, man, because he's sticking by my side, dude. And I'm telling you, like I said, I put my mind to something and it happens. I'm not ever gonna give up on him. He's got it, dude.
Talk your shit. I love the loyalty.
He's coming.
See you, Bubba. Be careful, man.
Later, Bobby.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Kobe?
We got into it the first week.
Yeah, him and I have gotten in a fist fight. Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah. Okay.
Me and Chad fist fight all the time.
We shook each other's hand after, and we're good. We
Not
got
really.
along so much better after that.
That's dope.
Plug the new single real quick, man.
Yeah, so take me back to the one out right now. Is Take Me Back to the 90s. If you ain't listening to that, man,
Go fuck yourself.
Check it out, baby.
I'm just playing.
It'll make you feel like you're riding in your dad's 96 Chevy.
Yeah, I told you, it's got that real great nostalgic feel, man. Y'all tap the fuck in, man. My guy Austin Forman. If you don't catch that one, the new one's coming soon. He promised us that. What's the name of the one that's on the radar? What you said it?
Probably the problem.
Probably the problem. Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I'm waiting on. But I'm anxious to hear it. That's why I'm trying to get off of here. You gonna let me hear it now, right?
Oh yeah, let's go.
Cool, that's what's up. Down there in the ends, my guy Chad Arms, my guy Austin Forman. Y'all tap the fuck in. I'm that dude, Squin615. It's IGSSTS.com, ChadArmesTV.com. Chatty, let's go. Bow.
Bitch, we got views.